So this one says that we have two squares and they give us some information. So it says the area of the larger scale is 42 centimeters more than the area of the smaller scale. Okay. So let's write that out. So the area of the larger square. So what's the area of this square? Well, it's x times x or x squared, right? And we'll call that a sub s. What's the area of the larger square? We're going to call that a sub l. Well, it's 2x times 2x, which is 4x squared. So when they say the area of the larger square, which is 4x squared, right? I'm just going to read this. Larger area of the larger square, that's what this is means equals 42 centimeters more than plus the area of the little square, which is x squared. And so now that I have that equation, I'm gonna jump down here to the bottom and I'm gonna give myself some room. So 42 is equal to, oh, I'm sorry, I screwed up again already. 4x squared is equal to 42 plus x squared. So the main thing that I want to do here is I want to get x squared and some stuff on the other side. And the reason I want to do that is I'm going to take the square root of both sides, and that'll give me x equals some stuff, or the square root of some stuff. Okay. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to solve this equation by getting all the x squareds. Now, this is interesting. I have x squareds on both sides. This is technically 1x squared, and this is 4x squared. So what I can do is I can subtract 1x squared from both sides. Now, what that allows me to do is, what's 1x squared minus 1x squared? 0. What's 0 plus 42? Just 42. Now, what's 4x squared minus 1x squared? 3x squared. Okay. So now I'm going to divide both sides by 3, and I get x squared is equal to, what's 42 divided by 3? 14? Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the square root of this one and the square root of this one, and I get x is equal to the square root of 14. Now, technically, it's plus or minus. But am I going to measure negative square root 14 of a box? No. So over here, I'm going to say the square root of 14. Okay. So I'm going to plug in the square root of 14. And to get the approximation, the decimal approximation, I'm going to plug in the square root of 14 as 3.14, this stuff, right? Let me take a screenshot of that so you guys can see it. And we'll plug that in here. So over here, so I get that the square root of 14 is this stuff, but it says round to the nearest tenth. So which number is in the 10th spot? Well, this is 1. And then over here, this is 1 over 10. And then this next number is 1 over 100, and so on and so forth, right? So this is the one that I need to round, but I got to look at this one. 4 is less than 5, so that means I'm going to round down. So we would say that is approximately 3.7. Okay? And that's what x is. Now over here, this is 2 times x, so it'd be 2 times the square root of 14. So I'm going to put 2 times the square root of 14. And then I just go back on my calculator, and whatever my answer is, I'm going to multiply by 2 and see if that makes a big difference. I get 7.48. What's that round to? 7.5, right? Because the 4 is where I'm rounding to. 8 means round up, so it's 7.5. So now let me just real quick, let me double check and make sure that that is the best answer. So, oh shoot. We're going to have to try another one, but that would have been the correct answer. Are there any questions on that? So you guys will get assigned another number. Just plug in the other numbers, but the process will be the same. Any questions? Does that help?